Thank you so much. Great to see everyone on a Saturday morning, or actually Saturday lunch soon. My name is Niclas Molinder. I'm from Sweden. I'm a songwriter and music producer, and been doing that for about 30 years. But the last couple of years, I've been having the great opportunity to work with these two guys. I love to show this picture because it really makes me feel like a better songwriter for a few seconds. It's Björn Ulvaeus from ABBA and one of the most successful music producers and songwriters from Sweden called Max Martin. Except from producing and making music, we three share a passion for helping music creators in the music industry. There is a lot of problems and value gaps in the music industry, so the people that create the music don't really get paid properly and don't get the credits they deserve. And that depends on many different problems. But we want to help, and we have started two initiatives. Session Studio, which is a tool that creators can use in the studio to track the information about who did what, where, and when in the studio. So when the songs are out in the world, the music industry can find them and compensate them properly. But there is also a huge need of education in the music industry for the music creators. The majority of the creative communities around the world know way too little about how the music industry works, the structure, what rights they have, but also what kind of obligations they have. So therefore, we have also started a foundation to address this problem. It's called Music Rights Awareness Foundation. I'm really proud to, I think we announced it last year, but November 17th last year, we launched an initiative that we have done together with the UN agency WIPO. So together with the UN, we have created a really scalable digital awareness education platform for all the music creators in the world. It's called CLIP. It's completely free for everyone. It's in English now, but it will be launched in all 6 official UN languages shortly. It's another unique thing here. We also managed to gather all the 14 international music industry trade organizations to be part of the process, so all the education content is now legally approved by the entire industry. And we have also worked out a glossary, so we have a consistent terminology for all the complicated words in the industry. This is unique, never happened before. Anyone here doing music, or if you know anyone doing music, go to clip.org. It's completely free. Use it for any question you might have about music industry related questions. But we're here to talk about something completely different today, how AI changes how we creators create music. First, I'm just going to give you a few numbers about the reality in the music industry today. It was just a report just came out from Lumina, which gave us some information. So 120,000 songs per day are released on Spotify. And that is on Spotify, which means it's complete done songs ready to release. There are many more that are not ready, but that are created on a daily basis. And we're going to get back to the numbers a bit later. 2023, we consumers in the world, we listen to 7.1 trillion streams. And that is also just on the established services that we know about, but then we have a lot of other streaming services, but we call them UGC, user-generated content, that doesn't go really normal, the industry funnel. So there are way more than that, but that's what we know comes from the 4 or 5 biggest streaming services. But here is another problem. 80% of all songs don't receive 1,000 streams. And that you can calculate yourself that it's not a sustainable profession if you have a song out that streams less than 1,000. So it's an extremely complicated world now for new artists and established artists as well, of course, because there's so much noise out there. So the biggest problem for music creators today is actually not to create the music, it's to reach through the noise. What's fun with the music industry is that since I started, I'm old, I've been through a lot of innovations in the music industry. I actually realized that I forgot to put one of the most important, CD, when music got digital for the first time. But for a few years, we've been seeing this one, blockchain. Everyone thought blockchain will change the music industry. It will solve all the problems. It was there for some time. for a few years, I've seen so many panels about blockchain, but now it's pretty quiet, and blockchain have not really changed how we work in the music industry yet. Maybe it will in the future. Then NFTs came as a bomb, poof, but it disappeared like that. It was around for a very short time, because then the big one came, AI. AI is the most discussed technology in the whole music industry worldwide right now. And there are two different ways to see this, what AI does. We are today going to talk about creation. But if we start quickly on the business side, what can AI, let's start with the challenges. There's so much going on right now in EU. I don't know if you follow what they're doing in the EU right now, but there's something called the AI regulation, the AI Act, where it's now not only for music, of course, but where we discuss how is this going to be treated. If we have an AI algorithm or a service that train and learn from songs that already exist, written by people, if that service then is used to create a new song, how much of the original songs that the algorithm learned from should be involved and get paid in the new song? We now must start comparing it to our own brains. If I write a song, I might have heard another song many, many, many years ago, and influences from that comes out in the new song. It's exactly the same with AI, but machines do it much faster and can listen to way more songs than I can do. But if we now find a model for solving this problem, let's say that we have an algorithm that listens to 20 million songs and learn it. How do we divide the money from one song if it's out there? And how do we find the right people from the right original song? Super complicated, but these are the questions that we are talking about right now. Then the challenges are, and that's why I'm going to avoid that today, but another big issue is machines that create songs without humans. And we will see that in mass, especially in background music, where we maybe not put on the song that you want to specifically hear. I think we're going to see a lot of 100% machine-generated music. But that also challenged creators and the profession of being a music creator. On the positive side, for business, it's we can use AI to identify people. There's a lot of unidentified money in the music industry. There's an estimate $1 billion per year that the music industry gets in revenues but we don't find the right receivers because we don't know who created the music. That AI really can help us with. So there are some really positive opportunities as well moving forward. Before we dive into what it really means with AI in music creation, I just want to show you this pyramid which divides the different types of creators in the world. We have the pros in the top, and that's the Max Martins and the Björns, the Rihannas, the Beyoncés, the big names up there. B, full-time creators that do it full-time. C is a really interesting category, up and coming. The new creators that do anything they can in the world to climb the pyramid. And then we have what I call the amateurs, or the bedrooms music creators that do music home for fun. What we're going to show today, or what I'm going to show you today, is that as we saw that 80% of all the songs out there don't get less than 1,000 streams. So let's not talk about the streams, but let's talk about creating music, because it's a quality discussion. Most of the time, this doesn't meet the same quality as that. And that has historically been that the top creators have access to big studios and a lot of money when they produce the music. But today, that gets democratized. It's a democratic thing now. Anyone can do it, and it just needs a laptop and soon just a phone. So, and we also need, when this pyramid now starts to be a bit blurry, we also need to redefine the definition song. Most of us, we think a song is 3 minutes long and it has an intro, a verse, chorus, and so on. Today, and I'm going to show one of those services, that can make songs that are 30 seconds long. But it's still considered a song legally when they're out in the system. So we need to be ready to redefine that definition. Here are a few companies that are doing cool stuff within AI. I've categorized them in different categories. So we have songwriting and production tools. That means that are tools that I use on my computer when I create music. It helps me. So none of these are now in the area of 100% machine generated. We have BandLab. It's one of the coolest companies in the music industry right now. And when we're talking numbers, they have 60 million creators creating 17 million songs per month today. The founder of that company, Meng, he said in an interview that he estimates that by 2030, it might be 1 billion creators in the world, because it's simple to do music. And then we have ABBA Technologies, which I'm going to show you real quick soon, also an AI generator. Splice, a super cool company that also provides bits and pieces when you create music. Pilot Melody is really cool when you get stuck, when you need help with melodies. You just use that one and get help. Isotope makes the sound in the production becomes much better by listening to other music and make the sound better. And of course, ChatGPT for lyrics. I do it, and many do it as well. At least as a start, and then I, of course, change it. What we're also going to look into shortly is the audio management, and this is insane. I mean, the other technologies and revolutions in the music industry, it's been cool sometimes, but AI, I cannot even believe, and you're going to hear some examples shortly. And we also have mastering, which is when you're done with the music and you're done with the song and you're ready to put it out on the market, then we have AI tools that helps you make the sound perfect on the master file. And then we have the voice generators, which is insane. I don't understand how it works. It just works, and you're going to hear an example. So with that, let me give you a demo. If we can switch to my computer. Yeah, thank you. So this is ABBA, the tool that I showed you. I'm just going to show this quick. You just go in, choose a genre. If you know what key you want it means which note it should start on. You put that if you know the tempo. If you don't, it's just keep it random. And it creates a song for you. I've not done anything. Is it good? Is it qualitative enough? It's up to the listener, but I've not done anything. It took me less than 1 second to do it. So that's one thing. Now we go to what we can do more professionally with when we're in the production. Now we're first going to do something that I don't know how this works. I don't understand. We'll first listen to one of the ABBA songs. This is what we call the stereo file. Everything we hear, vocals, music, everything is in here, mixed together. We cannot separate it. But with one tool, I can now just isolate the vocals, and out of that file, it sounds like this. People everywhere, sense of expectation hanging in the air. It managed to isolate all the music, and you don't hear a trace of it. This drums and bass, where is it? It's just gone out of a stereo file. I don't know how it works, but it's brilliant. It's challenging from a copyright perspective because I cannot do anything with this without asking for permission. But you can imagine how much copyright protected sounds like this that are going to be used in the future because it's available now. Lastly, I'm going to show you what I think is, this is really cool. So, out of the ABBA thing, I just took a piece of it, piece of the music. And to that, I had a melody in my head. And it was something about DLD. I'm not a singer, but DLD, but I couldn't really sing it because I didn't even have a microphone. But I played it. But but that sounds not so fun, right? We want some vocals on it. We want to hear what. So therefore, this tool is called Synthesizer V. And now we're getting into areas where we really don't understand how it works, because now I just added that melody into this, wrote the lyric, DLD, this is where I want to be, DLD, you rock. No microphone, no whatsoever, and out comes this.
DLD, this is where I want to be, DLD, you rock.
Amazing! What? And here, if I just change a word and write make instead, I can write whatever, and we listen to it again.
DLD, make is where I wanna be, DLD, you rock.
And it's not like synthetic, it's real. It's someone singing. And in this machine, this plugin, as it's called, this guy is called Hayden, or the voice is called Hayden. There's tons of different voices I can purchase. So who knows? Do we have real artists in the future, or will it be machines when it sounds good like this? But what about Beyonce? Could she do this? I just took this guy, the voice, and I used another tool, and I said I wanted to be like Queen Bee, like Beyonce, and here it is.
DLD, this is where I wanna be, DLD, you rock.
So that's Beyonce singing, and I've not used a microphone. I never met Beyonce, but she's singing on my computer right now with these tools. Is this dangerous? Yes. Because do we know that it is the real artist that we're listening to? And this will also be part of the regulations, to use someone's voice. But that's also going to be a thin line. When is it like too similar, or when is it a slightly changed version of the vocals? So a lot of question marks. But with all this, it's an amazing future for music creators with AI. Is it good? Is it bad? It's up to anyone, to you guys to judge, but it's the reality, it's the truth. So be ready for a lot of music on the market in the next coming years. Some are going to come from me, and when you hear Beyonce, it might be from my computer. She's not singing. So thanks for listening, and yeah, it's been great to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So, I think a lot of people are wondering, could you use any of the AI tools to complete the song, or will you be writing it yourself?
Interesting. That is actually, Max Martin said to me one time when I asked him, what is it that makes a successful producer-songwriter? To finish. It's easy to begin. We do the first verse and the chorus, but it's so hard to get to the end. So yes, there are tools also that makes you go from that to complete. So, and I'm one of those that really needs that tool, because it's so hard to get over the line and be finished. So
maybe we'll hear it next year.
Maybe. We have some good plans for next year, you and me. So let's see what we can do next year.
Thank you, Niclas.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.